Abbas Akbari's collection of artworks in the Wayway project in 2023 is actually a critical look at Wayway's 1995 performance when he dropped two urns from the Han Dynasty in cold blood and broke them into pieces. Living and working in the historical city of Kashan with at least 7,000 years of pottery production has always been a deciding factor for Abbas Akbari to create contemporary ceramic works based on this historical background. This time then, seeing all types of broken earthenware in the old houses of Kashan brought an idea to him. How about using the two techniques of riveting and restoring to strongly disapprove of the Wayway's performance, especially as riveting of ancient pottery is known in Iran as China riveting. For that reason, and as Wayway is Chinese, the coinage of my Wayway itself became the very first work of this collection. While being consonant with the original, the phrase reflects the difference between the two perspectives and also reveals different ways of dealing with the cultural background of different societies across the globe. Today, China riveting is almost obsolete, and the related document can only be seen in the showrooms of museums such as the V&A, where Abbas Akbari took these documents into consideration for this project during his research fellowship awarded by the University of Cambridge. That's why he began to make metal rivets for some of his works in this collection. Then by making different parts of a traditional China riveting drill out of wood, he further enriched his arsenal. The making of two Han urns similar to the one Wayway broke, together with the symbolic use of rivets on them you just watched at the start of this video, was an attempt to emphasize on how important making is for creating an artwork. Later, portraits of Wayway together with critical and double-edged sentences written on the rim of the vessels using underglaze painting prepared the ground for the metal rivets to be used. With the portraits painted, it was time to start riveting, bearing in mind that in this category of works, riveting the portrait of Wayway as a Chinese on a broken piece of ceramic, namely china or porcelain, directly challenges I's performance, especially with sentences like, "Keep breaking things, and I will keep restoring them." Taking heed of the shreds in different museums and centers for this project does run counter to Wayway's performance, because Abbas Akbari believes that the past itself has had enough of these shreds already, and it would be better to create artworks using broken pieces instead of breaking a pristine work, even with a critical intention in mind, as Wayway had. To demonstrate such a quality in some broken pottery, like those broken lustre in museums, Abbas Akbari first began to make different types of vessels on the potter's wheel using stone paste clay, itself the result of a research project of his, based on the typology of the broken pieces at hand.
شکسته رو بند میزنم.
Once the vessels were bisqued, some parts were painted, preserving the exact shape of the broken pieces, and some relevant sentences came along. Then a transparent glaze covered the vessels, making them ready for a refiring. Copying the motifs of the shreds using the luster technique in a clay paste manner and pasting them on the already produced pottery was the next stage these works went through.
چینی بنزن اومده.
Having fired the painted pieces in the reduction kiln and removing the clay medium from the paintings, those shreds were gifted a new life in their new bodies. Now each of the broken lusterware has returned to the normal life in a pristine body, and thanks to the sentences written on them, they better demonstrate their visual and practical potentials. These works prove exactly to what extent Wayway's performance was more like vandalism than a work of art claiming to be critical of the cultural and historical vandalism of the ruling system in China. In this collection, likewise was treated with the broken luster ties, yet with a big difference. This time, the ties, the pristine ones, were painted in 3 dimensions using the 2 underglaze and luster techniques to jog memories about the liveliness of this fractured past.
چینی بنزن اومده. هر چیز شکسته رو بند میزنم. چینی بنزن اومده.
The middle tile in the final arrangement, entitled A Fresh Body and Soul, once again emphasizes the visual capacities latent and present in the old broken pieces for contemporary art. The oil paintings on Ai Weiwei's portraits, together with pots and some details on their life in the city of Kashan, along with sentences each reflecting the polarity between Abbas Akbari's mindset, introduced as My Wayway, with that of Ai Weiwei, comprise another part of the works in this project.
چینی بنزن اومده.
Of the 3 paintings you can see here, the one on the left well reminds us of this polarity. The painting of breaking an urn urged by Ai Weiwei on the top, and the painting of the same urn yet riveted on the bottom, entitled My Wayway, and the sentence that followed, "See, a huge difference between ways."
چینی بنزن اومده. هر چی
Now, following the photo session of works and pagination of the book You Did Wrong, Mr. Ai Weiwei, everything is ready to be showcased in a gallery.
چینی بنزن اومده هر چیز شکسته رو بند میزنم چینی بنزن
The introduction was written by Dr. Maryam Rossenowen, Creator Middle East at the Asian Department of the V&A Museum. That explains, without favoritism and simply by describing the works, the polarity between the two mindsets explicit in the works of Ai Weiwei and those of Abbas Akbari. Now it is time to arrange and showcase the works in a gallery. This time too, instead of flaunting his works in a flashy gallery in Tehran, Abbas Akbari goes to Maryam Gallery in Kashan, the city that enjoys a brilliant reputation in the history of pottery and ceramics. The very same city that still keeps shining examples of some riveted earthenware some of his users saw earlier in this documentary, which was filmed in the Meshki House and Museum in Kashan.
هر چیز شکسته رو بند میزنم چینی بنزن چینی بنزن اومده هر چیز شکسته رو بند میزنم چینی بنزن
The My Wayway exhibition is open to the public on October 24th, 2023 at Maryam Gallery in Kashan, with visitors pouring in. At the same time, the opening lines of the Persian folklore song China Riveter is played, which goes, China Riveter is in the house. I get anything broken riveted. China Riveter is in the house.
چینی بنزن